So guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're looking at this, which is a security monitor. Well, it's not actually a security monitor, it's a reversing camera for my Ford Transit Connect 2011. We're in 2024, and as you're probably aware, most vehicles come fitted with a camera already. However, vehicles this old, not a chance, have you? However, there are some vehicles out there that still don't have cameras. Now this cost me 15 quid. I thought, can't go wrong for 15 quid. Comes with a little monitor here. I've already unboxed it and already started fitting it, but I thought it might be a good video to do and you might be of interest to somebody. So it comes with a little screen, as you can see, and comes with all the wiring and the camera, which is round the back. I've not fitted that on yet, but I have been removing some panels and everything and feeding the wire through already. So I'm just going to run you through what I've done so far. So let's go around the back of the van and I'll show you what I've done. The wiring up through the access here, across the top where the shelves are, where the side door is, and I've started running it down the pillar in the cab. I've been using these, which are toolbox cable access kit. They are the short version. These are the 300mm ones, which means basically 12, and you just basically screw them together to the length that you require, feed them through the holes, and you should be able to get your cable through nice and easy. Now I've removed my rear light cluster here, and I've removed the panel off the back of the door because I intend to run the camera, which is here at the back there where the number plate is. It looks to have already been a camera fitted there at some point, but it will basically run across here through the conduit, the rubber conduit, into the light cluster, and here's the wire that we've run through already. So this will go through there into the conduit, and obviously we'll replace all this when we get round to that. And like I said, run it all the way across the top here down to the light pillar. Remove some of the trims the best we could. I say we, there's just me, and obviously got the cable down to here. Now I noticed there's already a wire running up here. That is for the aerial, which is situated behind there, to remove the sun visor. But I just don't need it at this point. I've been removing some of the clips. That one was missing anyway, but this is the type of clip that you would be removing. Bit of a struggle to get that one out using one of these tools. You pick these up quite cheap. They are trim removal tools. Get metal ones if you can. The plastic ones are better for plastic trims, but the rest of it just unclipped. Oh, and I also removed the door rubber as well, which only to that point, because you want to keep it in place, because all the bends and stretches will be in the right place then when you put it back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove the glove compartment and get this wire down into the gubbins of there, and we should be able to position the monitor some. So you just basically squeeze that and it should just unclip. It's as simple as that. Managed to do that without removing anything as well, because I'm lazy. And then all we need to do is feed this down into here. I'm going to leave this attached. It's just held on with some masking tape, and I think it should be just straightforward. It should just come down. But it should just poke through now. And this is why these are really good, because you have got a bit more control on what the wire's doing. They don't bend as easy, in other words. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start replacing the trims. So I managed to get the air vent console out. It took a bit of doing. Did it off camera so you didn't hear me swearing and cursing at it. The clips are really tight on this. but there is some access down through there to get the wire through for the monitor, and I think it can just come up through then through the actual side or something. I don't know. Might have to drill some holes in it, I suppose, but we'll get there eventually. I'm just going to do that and then see where we're at with it, because obviously the plugs that are on the end won't, you need a massive hole, so I'm just going to knock something out, I think, and then bring it up through. So yeah, we'll do that, I think. So I've managed to get it down into the glove compartment, so I've connected up the wires that need connecting up, colour coded, straightforward. We just need to connect up the power and solder these together. Now I'm assuming you just connect this straight to your reversing light at the rear so that it powers up when you're using your reversing camera. However, you could connect it to a live on your ignition, but then you're going to have your reversing camera activated when you're going forwards as well. I suppose you could do that. Most of these wires here will be activated from your ignition, but we need to sort out which are which. So what I'll do for now is I'll just do this on the reversing camera because it'll make it a little bit easier, and then it should sort it out for the monitor at the front. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to show you what I've done. So we're almost ready for testing. I haven't put everything back yet. I've got the display ready. So it stopped recording on my normal camera. I put it in reverse, switched the ignition on, and then using my multimeter I determined that this wire, third wire on, was the reversing light. I've soldered the positive on, I've soldered the negative onto the negative there, so it's all already bolted to the ground on the bodywork. Obviously we've fixed the camera already. I've managed to thread it through the conduit stuff here. This just needs reattaching. There might be a little bit of jiggery pokery to do that yet, but we need to test all the wiring first. Got it all connected up here. Might tape that up a little bit. Like I said, I've just got to connect it all. I've got to test it all now, so we're going to put the ignition back on now and see whether the display comes up. I'm not sure if I need to connect that up to earth yet or not. I'm assuming it just runs down. It might do actually, I don't know. I'll have to determine this in a minute. I have got somewhere where I can connect it on the dash, so what I'll do now is switch this on. Hopefully we'll have a display. Oh, there we go. It does actually work. The camera's upside down, right? So now, but at least we know it works. So that's just a case of flipping the camera around. But for now, what we'll do is we'll get everything back because it's getting windy. I think it's going to rain. So we'll get everything back now, and then we'll just give it a good test. So we just need to reattach the light here, and that should be quite simple. Top tip: if you're putting your light back on like that, hold it on with some masking tape, and then you should just be able to get your screws in, the bolts poke through here, and you should just be able to get your thing started, so that you can get it tightened up. Because when you're working by yourself, you need somebody at the other side to hold the light in, so that's why you do that. improvise. Top tips by me. Can't go wrong, can you? So we just need to get that tidied up as well. At some point I think that goes that way around, that's why it doesn't fit. I think them plastic things there need fitting back on, but we can do that later. It's starting to rain, so I need to get backed up now. I'm going to fix this back on and then swap the camera around quickly. So there we go, flip the camera back around so it's the right way up, and we just need to bung a bit of silicone in there. So we'll get that sorted out now. You don't want this wire here chafing on the metal, so bung a bit of silicone in and it should be right then.